We are fire. Let's see. I hope it's connecting. Yesterday I had a little hard time setting it up, but I think we are. We're good to go. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, July 29th. Yeah, the last Monday of the month. Wow, July has gone by. Michael and I today getting together again. We love having these live discussions because we get to think about a lot of topics. We get to talk about lots of things. So today we're talking about Onpassive, the marketing machine. Hello, Michael. Good to see you. Good color on you.
Well, I am bright today, Julie.
I love
So,
it.
yes, because I'm excited. Why
Yes.
shouldn't I be excited? I'm excited. So you know what? Let's go with something bright today.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you can't go wrong with white either. So it's all good. Michael, I've been thinking a lot about businesses, right? Um,
Mhm.
there's no business success without sales. In order for us to have the sale, the revenue growth, we have to have a way to actually generate leads. We also have to have a way that to generate leads that is effective and that is efficient. And in order for us to actually do that, we have to have a set of tools, and the tool that has to be consistently drives marketing efforts to your business. And so basically that that whole thing, in order for us to have a successful business, we have to have a marketing machine behind our business. And that's a thought to why we came up with this topic today. How do you like that, Michael?
Yeah, yeah. It's a great topic. Because you're absolutely right. We have to have an incredible marketing machine, like not just a marketing machine, but like it has to be incredible, right? And the whole idea is that we wanted to be able to uplift humanity. So how do you do that, right? You certainly can't do that if everybody had an extra 100, extra $200, each month. They will not be able to uplift humanity with that, right? And so that means you want to have sales upon sales upon sales, customers upon customers upon customers. And how do you do that? How do you go about that? As an average individual, I'm a high school teacher, and I've never done any type of marketing before. But you know what, though? Times are tough, right? Things are hard out there. Cost of living, keeps getting higher and higher. Food costs more, all these things. So I'm looking for extra income, right? So I decide to join a business, but I don't know how to market. I don't know how to go about building that business as far as driving traffic and how to, where do I get my customers from? Right. So that's the issue that so many around the world are plagued with, right? They want to make the income, they don't mind joining the business, but then they're stuck because this thing called marketing, advertising, promoting, traffic generation that comes up and they have no clue what to do. And so this is why we need to have that marketing machine, Julie, so that they can assist us. They can give us the assistance that we need to do the things that we can't do, right? And this is where On Passive comes in.
Absolutely, Michael. And I love that you brought up the fact that, there's so many people don't know how to drive traffic. I mean, small business, big business. And if they have to drive those kind of traffic to their business, it has to be effective. It has to be cost effective also. You know, we all know it takes a lot to run a 30-second commercials on TV. It takes a lot to be able to have a light show. It takes so much to be able to do that. But the effective of it, it's difficult. When it comes to marketing, we have to also talk about the fact that we want it to be automated. We want it to be able to, w- you know, when you're talking about machine, you got to have an automated machine, right? You have to be able to not only that gathering leads, integrating leads, and nurturing those leads, and all of that has to come in somewhere where it's automatically done for us. And it's so true. There's so many people out there that looking for something that is effective, that is cost effective, time effective. And what we have here today in On Passive is amazing. um, Talk about machine learning. You gather the informations, and then you have to sort those, you have to evaluate them, and then you have to see what is the marketing performance. I mean, we need that in order for us to be able to generate the money, the profit, and be able to lift up humanity.
Yeah. Think about it. If you are a small business owner and you have 10 to 20 employees, right? But once those employees go home, your business is pretty much shut down, right? Like the employees come to work, they work their 8 hours, and they're gone. You turn off the lights, you close the door, and you don't come back again till the next morning, right? So in that time, that 16 hours or so that you're not there, your employees are not there, your business is not really doing anything. So can you imagine if you're able to have your employees work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week after week, month after month, year after year? Can you imagine how productive your business would be if you had that type of situation inside your business, right? And so this is where machine learning, artificial intelligence, this is where technology comes in because it doesn't sleep, right? If I have a software that's running, to whether it's an autoresponder, a bulk mailer, whatever the case may be, that I'm utilizing, Julie, it's not an individual, so therefore it's not going to get tired on me, right? It's not going to call in sick. It's not going to show up late. You know what I mean? It's not going to give me any problems because if there's a problem, I just fix it, right? It's a machine, so I can fix it, right? And it goes again over and over and over again. So think of the amount of sales that you're able to generate as a result of that. Just the fact alone that it can work 24 hours a day, that alone is going to increase your sales, right? So your business is going to be more productive, right? And so that's what we're talking about, being able to have that ability, being able to have that kind of power behind you that's pushing, that's driving your business so that you can make these sales over and over and over again, Julie. Because usually it's about repetition, right? It's about repetition. If I have a business, I have a storefront, and as long as I keep getting people coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in, I'm going to make sales, even if my products them are bad, right? I mean, that's the truth, right? You still mix. Obviously, if you have great products, you increase the probability, you increase the chances of making more sales. But my point is, as long as you have that constant flow of traffic, that constant flow of people taking a look at what you have to offer, what you're selling, you're going to make sales. And if you can put that on autopilot, meaning that even while you're sleeping, right, the business is still working, that's fantastic. You're on vacation, the business is still working, but you're not, right? That is fantastic. That's what we want. That's how we're able to get the time freedom, right? In order to work towards having total freedom, right? You have to be able to have that. You have to be able to, have your business running, even whether you're there or not, whether your employees there or not. You want to keep that constant flow, and that's why you need automation. Automation is, especially in this today's climate, right? It's super, super important.
Yes, I believe so. Automation is a critical part of your business. And when we're talking about automation, we really wanted to talk about the tracking of that traffic as well, Michael. I remember in one of our conversation we had, when you have a store, when you have a storefront, the amount of traffic you'll be able to track is it's happened. People walking in, and you know how much exposure your business have. But when you have a business online, you have to have a way to build in that tracking to see how many people are clicking on my website, how many people are actually spend time on the website and viewing what I'm offering, and actually how many people are actually take another step further to ask questions, or or to dive deep into what I am offering. Having a banner, having TV ads, it's all about branding, building the brand. However, you can't really tell how many people actually walking in and take a look at your business. So the tracking part of that traffic of that machine, it's also important.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you want to know how effective, right, your ads are, right? So if you put something out there, you want to be able to analyze the information, analyze the data, right? Just putting it out there isn't good enough, right? Sure, you can make sales just by putting it out there, but if you want to be, better at it, right? If you want to be more efficient, right? Not just effective, but if you want to be more efficient, then yeah, this is where you want to be able to analyze your data. So again, instead of you trying to do that manually, right? Okay, now you can use technology. Talking about artificial intelligence again, right? Talking about the latest technology to be able to help us to analyze that data to see where the traffic is coming from, right? Because if you know that you're getting a lot of traffic from one particular place and that traffic is actually good traffic, meaning they're actually taking action, they're actually doing stuff, they're not just looking, right? Then you'd want more of that, right? So by identifying that situation, then you can know where to put your resources, put where you put your money, your advertising dollars towards, because you want to get the best possible bang for your buck, right? So analyzing your data is important. And so again, here comes technology. We can automate all of that, right? So it's not you trying to figure it out. We can code programs, we can code machines. We can give enough data in so that we can get exactly what we want out, so that we can know how our business is doing, right? Because you certainly want to have an effective and efficient business running, because that's going to help you generate more sales, more sales, more sales, more customers, etc. Right? That's what it's about, Julie. So absolutely, we have to have your data has to be analyzed, so that you know what's going on in your business. Otherwise, you're just flying by the seat of your pants, and that's never good, right? You want to have a good control of exactly what's going on, so that you can make the necessary adjustments that you need, make the necessary changes. Maybe you have an ad that's running and it's not performing. Okay, so let's change the wording of the ad. Maybe it's the images. No one is clicking on the link, right? No one is opening an email. Let's say you're sending out emails and no one is opening it. Okay, maybe the subject line is bad, right? So if you don't know that, then you're gonna keep using the same subject line over and over and over again, not realizing that that's the first problem that you have. Okay, so you can make adjustments, right? And again, same thing with the body of your email. Okay, if that's what you're doing on social media, you're making these posts, right? And no one is clicking on your posts. You understand? No one is viewing it, right? You have no traffic coming there. So all these different things you can analyze to be able to get a better grip on what's going on with your business, Julie.
I love it. And I also wanted to go through all of what we've said so far is first you got to build your brand, you got to gathering data. When you have the data, you have to build something that's automation. Um, and there's so much more that involved into it. When you gather the data, you have to have effective data. That means you have to go through evaluations to see if your content is effective. And when you have all that customer coming in, you have all that data, you then have to take care of that customer. Once you have that customer coming, it's another process of marketing as well. You have to take care of that customer. You have to manage those customer as well, those information as well. You have to have that interaction with your customer at the same time. And there are so many programs and so many things that are out there, but if you can have that function, that component within your marketing machine, it's absolutely beautiful, Michael.
Well, what you're talking about, Julie, is following up. Like, most people fail to follow up, not realizing that most sales are not taking place the first time around, right? Especially when it's cold, right? If you're trying to sell something to someone that you have no relationship whatsoever with, right? That's a harder sale. Okay, so sometimes it takes more exposure, multiple exposures, for them to say, okay, yeah, you know what, that sounds pretty good. Let me take a closer look, right? So you have to be able to follow up. So would you want to be the one following up on a manual basis? Like you certainly don't want to be doing that. You're not going to have much of a business, right? But again, here comes automation, right? You can use software, you can use technology to do the following up for you. So again, while you're out on the beach enjoying, the Olympics, right? You'll have this machine that's there working for you over and over and over again. That's what it's all about, Julie. Again, that goes right back to being able to be efficient in your work, right? You want to, I value my time, right? So I certainly don't want to be wasting my time doing things that are tedious, things that I could have automated that. Why am I doing it? You know what I mean? So if you can do that within your business, that's going to set you apart, right? And so we certainly have that when it comes to OnPassive, having that automation factor, whereby people simply just get in, right, and then be able to use the tools that's going to make their life so much easier and generate the lifestyle that they're looking for, Julie.
I love the fact that you talking about following up. You got to take care of the people that inside your business. And then, it doesn't end there. You get them there, but it doesn't end there. You have to think of strategies to actually keep them there and keep them coming by running promotion, advertising, by running specials. You got to do all of that. I mean, marketing, it's something that it's when you talk about marketing campaign, you can't just run one campaign in order to have the customer. I mean, you got to build that loyalty between you and your customer as well. And that makes it so a big difference, because once you have a customer coming into your business and they've maybe used all of what you offer, there has to be new things coming. There has to be promotion, and once you run that promotion, that campaign, you got to go back and see, if this campaign's effective, efficient for the customer that you currently have. So building loyalty, customer loyalty, it's so important.
No, definitely, Julie. Your content is extremely important. What is it that you're presenting to the public, right? Is it relevant to what you're trying to sell, right? Maybe it's too wordy. Maybe you're talking too much, with your content, right? As opposed to getting to the meat of the matter, so that because people value their time as well. It's not just your time as a business owner, right? It's also your customers and potential customers is their time, especially in today's climate where everything is fast, 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 fast. People click on the site and they click off, real quick. Something has to be there to hold their attention, right? So you have to be able to know how to create the right content, and making sure that the content is relevant to the visitors that's coming there, Julie, right? And so, when it comes to marketing, you want targeted visitors, right? You don't want to be selling ice cream and you have people coming looking for steak, right? Well, you got no steak to offer them, right? You have ice cream, right? So you'd want people that's coming looking for ice cream, right? That's the idea. You don't want to be someone's looking to buy a car, and you're selling shoes. That person, chances are they're not going to buy anything from you because that's not what they're looking for, right? We know when you go to a search engine and you type in certain things, the idea is to bring up, bring up websites that are relevant to your search, right? That's the idea. If I type in, how to make money from home, as an example, well, that's what I want. That's the information I'm looking for. So I don't want somebody to tell me about, how to go get a job, working outside of my home, or how to go buy this, or how to go look at fancy cars, expensive cars. That's not what I'm searching for. I'm searching for how to make money working from home, right? So it has to be relevant. And so it's the same thing goes when we talk about we're promoting, we're advertising, we're driving traffic. We want that to be relevant to what it is that we're offering, right? So that's important as well, Julie. So you can see that there's so many pieces, right? And this is why most people fail, because there's so many pieces. It's a skill, Julie, right? Marketing is a skill. I mean, people actually go to university and actually get a degree in marketing, right? They do actually study this stuff. So it's not it's not nice or not wise, let's say, to expect that regular folks who have nothing to do with marketing, they don't have a sales job, that's not what they do, and expect them to come into your business and all of a sudden have success when they don't have that crucial skill that is needed, right? Can you imagine, you have a sales force, and all the people you're hiring for your sales force, they have no experience selling whatsoever, right? Most of them are not going to be successful, right? But if you actually went out there and got, skilled people who've had, 10 years of sales experience, right? And you bring them in, chances are they're going to be successful because they have that experience. They know how to sell, they know how to market, they know how to promote. It's a big difference, right? And so the good thing about what we have to offer, Julie, is that that is not even needed. Why? Because all that heavy lifting, all that stuff that we've been talking about, right? All of that can be automated for individuals, can be automated for small business, medium-sized business, large business, right? It can be automated. So therefore, we take out that skill factor from individuals, right? So you could be someone who don't have that skill, and yet you can still succeed. Why? Because it's provided for you. All the tools that you need to make sure that this thing works is provided to you. Right? That's the beauty about it, Julie. So absolutely, everything that we're talking about here is crucial, crucial, crucial to someone's success in any type of business. And if you don't have that skill, it's going to be tough sailing.
Absolutely. And you need someone else to do that for you. You need a place to do that for you. And
Mhm.
OnPassive has that marketing machine that will be able to help businesses. And one thing we haven't touched in, maybe we have, it's scalability. Can this marketing machine can be scale it into other levels of business, And so marketing is a task. It's cost is effective, and it costs so much money, but you have to have that knowledge. You have to have all pieces together in order to have this marketing machine run effectively, years and years and years and after years and years. And we have it here. We have it here where we ourselves, if we do have our business, all we got to do is plug our business into this marketing machine where it does it automatically for us. How beautiful that is to have this marketing machine help us to run, to run that major piece of our company, of our business. Um, it's crazy. And having that AI, that data that we all currently have, that our own data center, that actually we have that flexibility, that control to run our business. It's such a beautiful business that we have, Michael.
Well, marketing comes in all shapes and sizes, right? So as you talk about scalability, yeah, a person can work within their budget, right? When it comes to marketing, right? There's small budget campaigns, there's medium size, large size, right? Not everyone is going out there and spending millions of dollars on marketing, right? Obviously, you have to work with what you have. But certainly, you can build from there. You can start out small, and as you're generating sales, you can take some of that revenue now and put it back into your marketing. So you continue to build, and grow and scale, to achieve even higher heights within your business, right? Generating more and more sales for you, right? Which is the bottom line. That's what people are looking for. They want to make as much sales as possible because that's what's going to put the money in their pocket, right? That's how business works, right? You make a sale, right? Hopefully your numbers are right. So therefore you're actually making profit as you're making these sales, right? You're not actually trying to sell something for more than what it cost you. And that's another thing, Julie, right? Cost, right? You have to, know what your numbers are, right? It has to make sense. You can't be spending more, right? So you're putting all this money into marketing, right? And then the return that comes back to you is less, right? Is less than your actual revenue. Like that wouldn't make any sense at all. You're going to be out of business so fast, right? So all of that plays a role, Julie, right? Cost is a factor, scalability is a factor. All these things is needed, and that's why I say that there's just so much for people to know when it comes to marketing. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't even take the time to try and learn that stuff, right? And which is fine if you can pay someone else to do it for you, right? It's no different than you want legal advice. You go pay a lawyer. You don't sit there and say, well, you know what? Let me go to law school because I want to learn, how to do this myself. Everybody wants to, do it yourself. I'm not a do it yourself kind of guy, Julie. I rather pay someone to do things, especially things that I certainly don't want to be doing, right? And so not everyone loves marketing, but you have some people, you have some folks that, that's their passion, right? Our CEO is such a person that he loves to market, right? That does it for him. That, cranks him up and gets him excited, right? And that's a good thing, right? That's a really, really good thing, because to have such a crucial piece of your business in the hands of people who don't love it, don't have a passion for it, that's not a good thing. But when you have someone there, that this is what drives them. This is what makes them get all excited. Want to wake up in the morning because they can't wait to see. Okay, what else can I do? What of the marketing piece can I put together? How else can I use technology to drive even more sales? That's exciting, Julie, right? And we certainly have that here in OnPassive.
Yeah, we do. We're so blessed to be here, and for us to have that. I'm glad that we bring up a lot of the elements of this marketing machine for us to really understand what it takes. What it takes to market. A lot of us, we run one campaign, two campaigns, and then we kind of give up because there's no result. We don't go back and evaluate what we're putting it out there. So all of what we've said here today, Michael, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more that we're missing, but all of that has been done for us in one place with a very effective cost. I mean, I love the fact that you said I'm not a do it myself person. There's certain things you can do it yourself, but when it comes to marketing, no, I want somebody to be able to do that for me, be able to hire someone or be able to pay for a service that actually do it for me. And so very interesting topic and very interesting stuff to actually deep dive in about what we're doing. And we're here. We are at the point right now where we are very excited for what's coming in on passive. And so, yeah, I
Well,
have to tell you, it's
well,
an exciting time.
well. Think about this, Julie. People want life-changing income, right? They want
Absolutely.
life-changing income, but they don't take the time to think about what does it take in order to generate that, right? It's not a
Exactly.
walk in the park, right? Because if it was a walk in the park, we wouldn't have any poor people around, right? It's certainly not a walk in the park, right? And we know the majority of people are lacking, right, when it comes to their finances, right? Because it isn't easy, right? To make money, you have to basically sell something, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, you have to sell something, right? And so, when people kind of take the time and reflect and see that, wow, there's so much that goes into a campaign. We watch a 30-second commercial on TV and we're like, oh, wow, that's a good commercial. I like that.
Yeah.
But you know how many hours that it took them just to even come up with the idea,
Hmm.
right? And then the amount of hours that it takes to put it all together,
Hmm.
right? It's a lot of time involved for something so short, right? You spend hours upon hours, days, weeks, sometimes even months, just to come up with a 30-second commercial, right? It's not that easy. You want to put an email together that's going to convert. It takes time. You have to revise it and go back and change it, tweak it, do all these things, test it, come back again, right? It takes time until you find, okay, yeah, here we go, right? And then once you have that ready now, it's like a well-oiled machine. It just keeps on going, Julie, and giving you the results that you're looking for, right? So all that is important. But again, these are things that most people, we take it for granted. That, well, okay, why isn't it working? Why isn't it running the way it's supposed to? Why is it not spitting out sales, like it should, and so on? And then you have those who are engaged, but then they can't make the adjustments, right? So okay, now I have this campaign going, right, and they don't know how to adjust the campaign, right, as needed, as we talk about analyzing the data, right? Okay, you have to be able to analyze the information to see, okay, I need to bring this up, I need to bring this down, I need to change this word, change that word, maybe take from the bottom, bring it to the top, etc. Right? All these things, right?
Mhm.
You're looking at a photo, an image of something, Julie, and even that, okay, maybe it's too much blue on this side. You know what I mean? To change the pixel over here, and all these things are important when it comes to marketing. And thank God that we actually have a well-oiled machine, waiting in the wings to do all of this for us. Because otherwise, you know, we'll just be helpless like everyone else, Julie. Right? But we have an ace up our sleeve. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and we have the latest technology to assist us, in our marketing campaigns.
Absolutely. We'll come back to that point. No business success without sales. And in
Mhm.
order for a business to be successful, you have a well-oiled marketing machine. When you have a well-oiled marketing machine, you have revenue growth, but it takes time,
Mhm.
patient sacrifice, and knowledge to be able to build that. So, great topic. I love this discussion. Anything else you want to bring up, Michael?
Well, do you want to stay here for another 2 hours? Right?
There's a lot to talk about
It's a
marketing.
it's a huge it's a big topic, but I think we've shared enough at this time.
Yeah,
I think people get the gist of what we're talking about, and start to understand how important marketing is in any business, whether it's on passive or some other business. It doesn't matter. Any and every business, it's their lifeblood, right? Without it, businesses will fail. They need it. Even a ma pa shop needs marketing, right? That's why a lot of them go out of business, truly, because they actually don't put any attention to marketing. They just think, well, I just open up this restaurant and people just automatically come.
mhm,
Well, how are they going to come when they don't even know that you exist,
mhm.
right? They don't know that you actually open up a shop, right? You don't get enough walk-in traffic, right? People have to do more than that, you know. So when people understand that, Julie, then they have a thriving business that lasts for generations to come, right? So
Absolutely.
it's crucial, 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 and we have that taken care of.
Absolutely, no doubt. Well, that's a wrap. The future is going to be bright. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye now.
Bye.